The second last game of round 8 would be played at Etihad Stadium between the Western Bulldogs and the Richmond Tigers. The Dogs, languishing in 12th position on the ladder, would be desperate for a win to ignite their season after tasting defeat in their last 3 outings, while Richmond arrived at the Docklands full of confidence, sitting just outside the 8, having won their past 3 matches. The Bulldogs have dominated the Tigers of late, winning 7 of their last 8 encounters and would begin slight favourites. Rodney Eade's men have been fast starters this year, and round 8 was no exception. Lindsay Gilbey was up and about early with his side's first 2 goals. The second a precise bullet from an acute angle.
This kick is nice. It's very nice. That's beautiful. Lindsay Gilbey on fire to start the game.
They would continue to hold the momentum in the middle stages of the first term as Thomas Liberatore landed full points from long range.
He runs inside the 50, vacant goal square, doesn't matter. No one would have touched that.
And when dashing defender Ryan Hargrave registered his first and giant ruckman Will Minson slotted one home, the Dogs had the first 5 of the game.
She struck it all right. Oh, the Dogs are barking.
Richmond's only major of the first stanza coming from the boot of young Bradley Helbig. A 50-metre launch was one to savour.
She struck that beautifully. Well done. Tigers get there first.
But the Dogs seemed to be on a mission. They would finish the quarter with 7 goals, to which Lindsay Gilbey had 3.
His second goal was a ripper, and his third, well, more conventional.
Soon after, his 4th was one for the highlight reel.
This will test in. No, not really. Was it touched on the line? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
His 5th, the career best.
He's got 5 now. Got a handful, eh?
With Boyd, Murphy and Ward on top through the middle, the Dogs forwards were licking their lips. Resting ruckman Will Minson laid claims as a permanent forward with his 3rd for the half.
Is it coming back? He's got 3. Gilbey and Minson, 8 between them.
The Western Bulldogs were dominating and the alarm bells were starting to sound as Jack Riewoldt booted his first.
From 35 metres out, gets the goal. Nice kick.
Miller kicked his second.
Goal umpire goes a fair way, but it's good.
And when Tyrone Vickery hit the target twice in 5 minutes, the Tigers had some hope.
And he's kicked a couple. That's a lovely kickered goal.
The third quarters are the Tigers' best this year, and the long break was just the tonic. Trent Cotchin lifted his work rate to great effect. His desire to get the footy forward allowed Daniel Jackson to nail the first of the second half.
Jackson, who can kick a long goal.
Brad Miller followed. His dart from 45 was his 3rd for the day.
And that splits the middle.
And when Riewoldt chalked his 2nd and the push-up king his 1st, the Tigers had landed 8 of the last 9 goals.
Sends it down towards full forward. They're going coast to coast. Vickery takes the mark. All the confidence.
The Dogs were being asked some serious questions and needed to respond. And respond they did. Bob Murphy had some luck.
Kick to the goals. It's a goal. Murphy's kicked a miracle goal. Boy, did they need it.
Boyd speared one to Gilbey for a nice half dozen.
Lovely kick to the back. Gilbey. Oh, Gilbey's kicked 5. He's been the big story of the match so far. He's kicked 6 goals today, never more than 4 before today.
And when Grant's 3rd try from close range was arrow-like, the Dogs had stopped the rot.
Straight through the middle, that'll do. Lumber.
2 late goals to Liam Jones had the Doggies back in control to the tune of 45 points at the last change. Time was the enemy for the Tigers as they started to stir. Young star Dustin Martin let fly from 55.
That is a magnificent kick.
And when Nathan Foley kicked truly after a searching run, the candle was still flickering.
Foley runs to 30 metres out and kicks a goal. What a beauty.
But the first nail was hammered into Richmond's coffin as Will Minson slammed home his 4th for the day.
And he kicks a 4th.
The Bulldogs finishing with a flurry to break a 3-game losing streak. The only hiccup in a memorable day was a report of ruckman Ben Hudson. The final margin, 35 points. Brad Seymour, Big Pond Sport.